Robin.
Are we ready to broadcast?
Yes. There it is.
Why don't you do coffee in the morning? That's always bothered me about you.
I don't know. I kind of got off of coffee in the morning. I don't think I ever was on coffee in the morning. I like a nice espresso after some dinner or something like that. But
when we first met, I got just so addicted to coffee. But we were drinking coffee at 8 o'clock at night. It just didn't make sense.
Giant cups.
Giant cups of coffee.
Oh, it didn't stop. And the buzz that would carry over when you're trying to sleep. Your head's ringing. It was awful.
I went through 2 pots of coffee when I was doing my night show at BAB. And anyone associated with that show had to drink coffee.
Just pounding down coffee. And
I don't even know why. I don't know why that made sense.
Less like shaking.
Yeah, like you said, then you go home and you can't sleep. And then I was telling someone someone I ran into in the supermarket because they were grabbing a Red Bull and a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. This was over the weekend. Oof. And I was telling them there was a time, and maybe you remember, you do remember. Remember the water at AF? What was it called?
Yeah, it was called something 2-0. Like
it was caffeinated water.
Yeah.
And we used to drink the caffeinated water at AF when we were doing afternoon drive, and then we decided that wasn't good enough. Do you remember we made coffee with the caffeinated water?
Coffee with the caffeinated water.
This shit would get your... You would see like...
Crank 2-0.
Crank 2-0, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. You're right.
Crank 2-0.
Remember you would just get white flashes? Because you had so much
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
A synapse misfiring and your fucking... The blood cells in your retina is just bursting open from the blood pressure.
I remember I would get white flashes, and I'm thinking to myself...
What was that?
Maybe it's the Crank 2-0 coffee mix we're doing.
Using words like birtation.
Yeah, right. But there, we should probably get right into the Charlie Sheen thing.
Oh, God.
Charlie Sheen, CBS shuts down production of 2.5 Men. That means the show's over.
He's a hero. He is a hero.
Is he a hero? Some people think he's a hero.
He is amazing. I find him amazing.
Yeah, why?
Because he so doesn't give a shit anymore.
Well, he has so much fucking money, so...
Yeah, the cash, the whores.
I think the guy is a hero, meaning a guy in general.
Yeah.
If you have no money and you do that.
Oh, okay. And you just throw everything away to just...
He has nothing to lose.
His life.
You're gonna have that. You're gonna have that same rant in another year or two.
Is that gonna be me? Like, yeah, fuck it.
Because you have nothing to lose either.
I don't care.
How much money do you think he has in the bank?
He's got to have $20,000-$30,000.
I think you're about right.
Right.
Because none of us feel like doing that bit anymore.
No, I know.
No, I think you're kind of right. He knows who he is, and I would have to say he's probably a hero as well.
There are times when he's talking where he sounds like, wow, this guy is just taking the opposite tack that anyone else in Hollywood would take. He's not doing the usual Hollywood bullshit line of, yeah, I need rehab, I'm going to get some help, a statement put out by his manager or something. He is a fucking cokehead drunk and doesn't give a shit who knows it. And not only that, he seems proud of it.
Now, he doesn't give a shit because he's too far gone, you think? Or he doesn't give a shit because...
I think it's too far gone.
You think that's what it is?
When I heard his last rant about the fact that he tried sobriety and it was boring as hell.
Right.
And he could not do it. And the fact that he... that first drink he had after... How many years was he sober? He said something like...
I forgot.
12, was it?
Is it in the audio we're going to play?
I don't think so. I think it's in the previous audio.
Oh, the previous audio.
I'm not sure. But however long that sobriety was, he said that first drink he took after that was the best thing ever.
Best drink
ever? He was just being honest. And then last night when I was listening to this audio, he's lambasting AA and the founder, whoever the guy's name is, and calling them pussies and quitters. And he's not going to sit there and deal with that bullshit give up stuff.
Well,
you know,
I think the AA people are going to be really fucking pissed off.
Oh yeah, he's just spreading the fucking.
That one's rough. Like, who gives
the
a fuck?
truth of Charlie Sheen?
Who cares if he goes after the creators of 2.5 Men and the network? Who cares? You have to be behind him with a sword for that shit.
You're supposed to just give everything up.
Right.
Fuck that.
Right.
He's like, I'm not fucking giving everything.
I've discussed that with people. I think there are people out there that they don't have anything if they're not partying.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that the partying is affecting everything, and then they get their shit together and they're able to have a better life. But then I also think there are people out there, that's what they want. And
that's just it.
And they know their lives. This is so not a cool thing to say, but and they know their lives are just extremely boring without it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, they don't want to pick up golf or some other fucking, thing.
Like, you're supposed to hang out with sober people. You're supposed to, like, get away from the crowd that you were hanging out with when you get sober. And he hangs out with prostitutes and strippers and porn stars. I've not met a single one that doesn't drink and do drugs. They're all just party animals. Where's he going to find, like, hookers and fucking porn stars that don't do drugs and drink?
Well, he's got to get rid of all those people. And then what? Hang out with churchgoers?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's supposed to be happy?
And go to AA meetings.
Logically, that doesn't make sense to me.
And hold hands like he was talking about, like, and just relinquish your personality.
Yeah.
That's like these are his words.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and he says the rate of failure with people in AA is equal to the rate of failure to people that just on their own decide they're going to stop drinking. Like, it's very high, the rate of failure.
I would assume the rate is really high, but I don't know. I also see that it does good for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, it's whatever works for you. You know, if that works, then fine. But he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to be sober.
Well, he called Alex Jones. Alex Jones has some kind of connection to him. We've had Alex Jones on a few times.
Yeah,
I kind of want to get Alex Jones on this morning, but we usually wake him up, and I think I think he does a sleeping pill or something, because last time he was on, he was all over the place, and then finally said, "I'll get back to you guys," and then he hung up, and we haven't heard from him since.
I think it's one of those Ambien things, maybe.
I don't know for sure, but he was rambling to the point where, wow, this guy's not waking up too quickly.
But when they put that disclaimer on the Ambien commercials where it's like, allow yourself at least 7 to 9 hours of good, restful sleep before you get up, I think he was up at about 4 hours in.
Okay. Troy Kwan.
Troy Kwan,
who enjoys the conspiracies.
Well, a Kwanspiracy.
We call them Kwanspiracies. Where's Troy? Troy knows something about Charlie.
Does he?
Well, there really is a friendship between Charlie Sheen and Alex Jones.
It sounded like there's a few years they've had some type of relationship going, but I'll elaborate on that after we hear from Troy Kwan.
Troy Kwan.
He's been on the show a couple times.
Yes.
Charlie Sheen has on Alex Jones. He's a big conspiracy dude.
Oh, so Charlie Sheen's a big conspiracy.
He's a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
He's deep in the trenches with Alex Jones.
9/11's an inside job, the whole thing.
The whole thing. He's all in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Well, me and Ant disagree with the Alex Jones right now, because I was disappointed in Alex Jones because he's buying into Charlie Sheen saying he's sober and everything during this 18-minute conversation. But you think he was doing it just because he knew he had such a great scoop yesterday?
I've been in the old radio business for a while. I know that in radio you're looking for that moment. You are looking for that moment. Here's a guy that's huge in Hollywood right now, Charlie Sheen. The story's huge. It's on all these fucking rag magazines and rag shows, and he gets him. And now he's going to pump him for every bit of information. As long as Charlie Sheen's talking on his show, he knows it's golden. Now, whether they're friends or not, whatever kind of friendship they have outside of that, because he's mentioned that he's been over Charlie Sheen's house. They've sat and watched movies. They've worked out together and stuff. But it seems to me like if you were a really good friend, you would tell Charlie Sheen during that interview, hey, Charlie, we're going to take a break, put you on hold, and then tell the guy, look, do you really think this is in your best interest to be doing this?
Right.
So I see it as, I might not go as far as to say using him, but there is a certain liberty that he was taking with Charlie Sheen to forward his own name and advance his own radio show.
Maybe he was torn. Maybe he is friends with Charlie, but he also knows.
We've been in that situation before where, maybe not with something as high profile as Charlie Sheen and what's going on with this huge #1 TV show and everything, but where you are kind of like, should we continue with this? Because I know this is going to maybe fuck this guy's life up a little bit or something, but it makes for such good radio, you just plow through it and deal with it later.
Well, why don't we play the audio from Alex Jones's radio show?
Yeah.
This is just amazing. And then Charlie Sheen came out with a statement
Alex
yesterday.
Jones' voice, it's a little more raspy than a man cow, but you can almost hear him say turd.
Turd, 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 turd,
turd.
Might have to get my turd clip. Turd. Well, E-Rock put together a bunch of guys.
Speaking of turd, E-Rock.
E-Rock.
He put together a bunch of sandwiches.
Put together a bunch of sandwiches.
That's fantastic. What a great clip.
I hit that by accident, but man.
Rolling laughing clip.
I got to remember where that is.
It's fucking great.
We're going to use that one. E-Rock put together something a while ago where it's all the radio guys that sounded like. There's about 5 or 6 of them.
They all have that voice.
High-profile guys, too, and they all have a very similar voice.
The radio voice.
Very similar delivery and voice.
Don't pop your P's and make your S's into SH's so it doesn't hiss on the microphone.
Yeah.
It's old school.
Charlie talks about how awesome he is. This is from yesterday.
And that was pretty much a thread through the entire interview.
Yes.
I'm tired. I'm so tired of pretending like my life isn't perfect and bitching and just winning every second. And I'm not perfect and bitching and just delivering the goods at every frickin' turn, because look what I'm dealing with, man. I'm dealing with fools and trolls.
Fools and trolls that are shoveling money into your bank account.
Is he doing this speech from our brains? Maybe some people will get it, but it also sounds like Scott Farrell when Scott Farrell used to be off the rails, man.
Yeah, well, not the voice so much.
Not the voice so much. Not as but the rhythm of it, and some of the phrases and words that Charlie's using is very, very Scott Farrell-ish.
He's not bitching all the time.
Dealing with soft targets, and it's just. It's just strafing runs in my underwear before my first cup of coffee because I don't have time for these clowns.
He uses a lot of military analogies to kind of put himself out there and sell himself.
I got to go back. How do you go on a strafing run before you have
in your underwear?
In your underwear. What could possibly be going on as you're waking up?
He's wiping people out.
Or in his case, he never went to bed, so yeah. I guess it makes sense.
Before the first cup of coffee, he's wiping people out. He's strafing in his underwear.
It's just strafing runs in my underwear before my first cup of coffee because I don't have time for these clowns. I don't have time for their judgment and their stupidity, and they lay down with their ugly wives in front of their ugly children and just look at their loser lives, and then they look at me and they say, I can't process it. Well, no, and you never will. Stop trying. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Wow.
Come on.
Can we get that on a T-shirt?
With their ugly wives and ugly children.
I know it would be a little wordy on a T-shirt,
but
who doesn't want to walk around with that on their chest?
And he's like, he's the only reason he's getting all this press is because he's partying like a motherfucker. He's fucking prostitutes and fucking strippers and porn stars and his wife, apparently.
Right.
And
most people, their lives are kind of sucky.
Drive in, drive out.
So you look at Charlie Sheen, and how could he not deny that? It looks like a great life on the surface.
You can't process it,
right?
So he's saying if you criticize it, you just can't process this.
What is he supposed to do? Get rid of the hookers, the party, the party that's around him constantly? Who gives a fuck that he's not going to make it to that famous age of 74, 75, 76?
He's living right now. He might drop dead a lot sooner than he would have, but you know what? The guy's living the life, and he doesn't sound like he's got any regrets right now.
No, none.
Wow, I am speechless. Later, we're going to get into Apocalypse Now, but what comes to mind is when we were there a few weeks ago watching it in your home theater, when Colonel Kurtz is saying, you can kill me, but
you have the right to kill me, but you do not have the right to judge me. Boom. That's the whole movie. That's life. That's life. There's nobility in that.
See, this is where I get confused with Alex Jones. So he's at his house a couple of weeks ago.
They're watching Apocalypse in his theater.
That was some prime time partying for Charlie Sheen. So,
yeah.
So Alex knows a lot.
Yeah.
What was Charlie doing that day when you guys were hanging out watching Apocalypse Now?
If they're watching Apocalypse in the theater and they're like getting deep into the quotes, Kurtz's quotes and shit like that, you don't do that without some type of fucking drugs,
something,
or alcohol or something to just really make it like, man,
right.
what Kurtz was saying is, this is bogus. You could judge me. You can kill me, but you can't judge me. Because if you judge me, that's just bogus. And then we'll be bogus too. Fucking Jeff Spicoli Sheen.
That's just the beginning. Charlie talks about the 2.5 Men people.
It's obviously,
the guys that have filled his bank account.
Oh, with huge money.
With huge money. Who created 2.5 Men? Did they just kind of hire Charlie, or was this his project? Does anyone know?
I don't think it was. I think they hired him. It was doing very well.
He's got to be grateful to a point if that's the case.
No, I think he's just like,
unless he created the whole thing, brought it to CBS.
It's like, my greatness is what makes this show great. Greatness, bitchin', greatness.
Greatness.
That's him. It's obviously going to be, if they ever bring it back, closer to 3 men at this point. How old is that kid?
He's pretty
It's not
fucking
even
old.
2.5 men. It's three men.
It's 3 grown men, right?
3 grown men.
I think the show is done. Done.
You think that's it?
I think they can't just say the show's done.
You think they try to recast?
Well, they're gonna probably sit there and maybe recast.
Darren Stevens or totally new character?
Totally new character.
Yeah, you don't bring in a Dick York.
No,
you go new character.
You bring in some long lost uncle or something, because that kid who's now 30 needs like a parental figure in his life.
I say you just get Emilio Estevez, you throw him in there, and say it's the other brother that they never talked about.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's what Hollywood does.
Of course, they make
I wouldn't
up
be surprised.
Stories. Be creative.
I bet you
something.
that they want to sit it out, see if Charlie makes the miraculous comeback.
Right.
As far as the partying goes.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, then they start thinking, well, can we keep this going for a year or two?
How do we do it?
With somebody else? John Cryer is certainly not going to get the job done by himself, right?
No, I'm so surprised he's been on a hit show this long.
Yeah.
That guy has been just one of those.
He was toast when we met him. Do you remember when we met him in the dumb museum? And no one cared about him?
Oh, right, yeah.
And we're all thinking, holy shit, there's the Pretty in Pink guy. What has he done lately?
Is he the Pretty in Pink guy?
Isn't
that
he?
what he was in?
Yeah.
I couldn't even,
Wasn't he
remember.
Ducky?
Yeah, that's it.
You remember the museum? It was the same museum that
Dice? Is that the car museum? Or?
Yeah, the car museum where Biggie was shot.
Right.
We did a broadcast from that museum. And John Cryer wasn't one of the people that we were all interviewing.
He was just in there?
He went there to hang out, hoping someone was going to interview him. I remember this like it was yesterday. And I'm thinking, that's Ducky. What is he up to lately?
What a comeback.
And then a few more years go by, obviously. And then finally he gets this fucking hit show. And he's one of the biggest TV stars right now.
And he's
but he was dead in the water.
And he's at the mercy of a lunatic.
Yes.
Holy shit. It's like, you cut me some slack, motherfucker.
Yeah, but he banked his money too. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine. But this is what Charlie has to say about the 2.5 Men people.
But you're ready to go back to work right now.
Well, yeah, but Alex, I got to tell you, man, I'm tired of being told, like, oh, you can't talk about that, you can't talk about that. Bull, S-H-I-T. Let me just say this, that it's nothing this side of deplorable that a certain Chaim Levine, yeah, that's Chuck's real name, mistook this rock star for his own selfish exit strategy, bro. Check it, Alex. I embarrassed him in front of his children and the world by healing at a pace that his unevolved mind cannot process.
Healing at
Okay, last I checked, Chaim, I've spent, I think, close to the last decade, I don't know, effortlessly and magically converting your tin cans into pure gold. And the gratitude I get is this charlatan chose not to do his job, which is to write. Clearly someone who believes he is above the law. Well, you've been warned, dude. Bring it.
Bring it. You've been warned, dude. Bring it.
See, there's a Scott Farrell.
Yeah. Bring it. He, wow. So he's saying, yeah, Haim, your real name. Oh, my God. Charlie Sheen is saying his greatness made the show into gold. Yeah.
Right.
And the gratitude, he gets no gratitude. He healed at a rate that is inconceivable for anybody to notice.
Right. Meaning he healed within a week. I think.
He's fine. He don't need rehab. He don't need AA. He doesn't need anything. He just he healed.
He healed, all right. Let's say hi to Chip in Ohio. Chip.
What's that?
This is Martin Sheen. You never judge a man's success by the size of his wallet.
What happened?
I don't know. I wish I had that Men in Black thing, though.
So Charlie continues on the Alex Jones radio show, a guy we've had on the show. You think we can get Alex? He's
not right now. He's basking in his spotlight.
Well,
they don't want to share it.
Yeah, but that's what you do. You do interviews. So we want an interview with Alex Jones today.
Now
I want to ask him a few questions about this appearance by Charlie Sheen.
I'd love to, but
Charlie talks about his new gnarly tattoo.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part so far?
Well, favorite part is to come. It's that one you were talking about at the end.
Okay. Yeah, that was my favorite too.
You know, I'm an F-18, bro, and I will destroy you in the air.
He is just a weapon. Charlie Sheen's a weapon of mass destruction.
I really want to get a survey going. How many people bought into? Because most people have heard this audio by now.
Yeah.
How many people bought into the fact that he might be sober?
Look, I've done some coke in my day, back in the 80s when it was actually a law. You had to do cocaine.
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get laid, you did coke.
Yeah, right. And I hung around with people that did coke.
Right.
And I know what it's like.
This is coke?
This sounds like coke. This is that talk. It just goes a mile a minute. It doesn't really go anywhere.
That confidence it gives you?
The confidence, this is every, you just play this for somebody and go, this is exactly what coke is.
So what percentage of people have bought into the fact he's sober and he's really mad at the world?
Is there less than zero? Can you actually do that as a percent?
Wow, you're giving people a lot of credit out there.
There's no one thinking this guy's sober.
All right, good.
How?
Good.
You know, I'm an F-18, bro, and I will destroy you in the air, and I will deploy my ordnance to the ground.
Are you going to announce your new tattoo here on air?
Yeah, why not? Because it's just pure and complete gnarlyisms.
Gnarlyisms. Is he having a stroke?
Gnarlyisms.
The Bertatious gnarlyisms of a Bertation.
That's my band's name.
Bertation gnarlyisms.
It's pure gnarlyism.
Gnarlyisms. And it's he pluralized
right,
it.
Isms.
He pluralized it.
Yeah. It's pure gnarlyisms.
It's pure gnarlyisms.
God, I love
gnarlyisms.
Don't you wish we could get audio like this every week? Audio like this only comes out maybe once every 2 years, unfortunately.
It's gold, Jerry. It's gold.
It's gold. Everyone's going, he's so on coke.
Yeah, I sat with two, coincidence, F-18 Top Gun radical fire napalm dropping pilots in my movie theater watching the attack sequence, the chopper attack sequence on the beachhead to go surfing because they wanted to, and those people were in their way. And I was getting a tattoo during the death from above, and it was it's the banner from the death card that Kilgore is throwing on his victims. But there's also falling from it is the apple from the giving tree. There's my life. Deal with it. Oh wait, can't process it. Losers winning. Bye-bye.
Can't process it. Losers winning. No. Goodbye.
Where does this rate with the Mel Gibson audio?
It's a different.
I know it's different
area, a different category. Like if there are award shows, because we were for fucked up phone conversations,
right? They'd
be in different categories. They wouldn't be competing against each other. But they both would take away the statuette.
The Mel Gibson probably more shocking because you didn't expect it from Mel, even though he had hints that he was a lunatic.
And it was against
leading up to
a woman.
Right.
It was very nasty.
Right.
This is...
But to hear finally Charlie, possibly, you got to say
just
for
sounds
radio,
like
possibly drugged up out of his fucking skull.
Do you know how low you'd be on the totem pole of lawsuits with Charlie Sheen if you actually just came out and said he was doing coke?
I know.
This sounds like a guy that is rip-roaring fucking just spaced on something. And coke, it's got that cadence, it's got that the jaw, you can almost hear the tightening of the jaw. Just you can't throw enough words out about how great you are.
And he seems to like Apocalypse Now, huh?
Holy shit, he's watching it with fucking Alex. He's watching it with pilots. He's watching it with the tattoo guy.
That's not how he described it.
He's rip-roaring Top Gun fucking...
Fighting freedom, kill motherfuckers, whatever he said.
Amazing.
Right. Not just pilots.
I just sit there in my theater by myself. I got to invite some fucking fighter pilots and tattoo artists over. Right. And the fucking hookers and prostitutes and strippers.
We need adjectives in our lives.
Yes.
We need some great adjectives.
Porn stars.
You just don't say porn stars.
No.
Gnarly porn stars.
Gnarlyisms of the rip-roaring fucking death from above.
Bertacious porn stars.
Porn stars that you can't even fathom. Your mind can't wrap itself around it. So deal with it. Loser. Here, winner. Yes. Bye-bye. He is the greatest.
Also, falling from it is the apple from the giving tree. There's my life. Deal with it. Oh, wait, can't process it. Losers, winning. Bye-bye.
Can't process.
That's now my new favorite quote from the whole piece.
He's so profound in his speaking and just his life that no one could really wrap it. It would be as if God himself presented himself to you. You can't process that.
So now you got to think acid.
You kind of think some type of hallucinogen,
cocktail.
Maybe mushrooms.
Shrooming up a little bit.
Give you that abstract thing.
Right.
But he's talking at a level that people can't understand.
He's on his own level there. There's God. Right below God, Charlie Sheen.
Imagine someone...
And then the rest of us way the fuck down here.
Dude, imagine somebody explaining to you in graphic detail the expanse of the universe in a way that you should be able to understand.
Right.
But you can't because you're a mere human.
Yeah, I can't.
You're not Charlie Sheen.
I can't wrap my head around that.
No,
I'm not Charlie Sheen.
Loser, deal with it.
I'm dealing with it.
Winner, bye.
He's a winner. I'm a loser.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Charlie talks about Major League 3.
He's all over the place.
This is kind of embarrassing to go from 2.5 Men, and now this might be
Major League.
This might
3.
be the only thing he has after 2.5 Men. Move on from
Back
Charlie.
to the well.
Oh, look, Working for the Weekend is being played on the local news.
Yeah! Everybody.
The Weekend!
Yeah!
Siemens answers America's...
Little toodly-doo for a Friday morning.
I like it. I just love how local news has decided to become Morning Zoo Radio.
To have rejoiners.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Yeah.
Charlie, on Major League 3.
Moving on along here, Major League 3. Your other two were giant hits, and I knew the...
This is where I was disappointed in Alex Jones. Charlie was rocking.
I know.
And then he slowed him down with a Major League 3 question. What are you doing?
I want to hear more fucking...
I want to hear more about the
righteous.
The pilots and the gnarlyisms.
Gnarlyisms and tats.
Why would you bring up Major League 3?
Yeah.
Certainly, I don't think that's in the works.
Oh, my God.
Moving on along here, Major League 3. Your other two were giant hits, and I knew the inside baseball of some of the planning for that. You told me about it a while back, but now it looks like it's really starting to come together. Tell us about when we're going to be looking for Major League 3 and who's going to be in it.
Major League 3, I don't know. I haven't read it. I don't care. It's being directed and written by a genius named David Ward, who, I don't know, won the Academy Award at 23 for writing The Sting. And
how old is this guy? The Sting at 23?
23.
Can you look up this guy? I remember
Okay.
watching The Sting when I fucking
like
wasn't allowed to drive.
76, I think.
76?
Maybe
yeah,
even
drive.
earlier.
Fuck.
73?
73,
Wow.
so that's 27, 38 years ago, let's call it, right?
Yeah.
So this guy is now pushing 60, and he's going to be doing Major
League 3. Oh, I don't know.
And
won the Academy Award.
And I think Alex didn't have enough confidence in his audio yet.
Yeah.
And he was hoping to get a scoop. Not realizing he already had the scoop.
You got the scoop, my friend.
Because he heard like inklings that there was a Major League 3 being written. So he's like, well, maybe this will get me on the TMZ sites.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Hanging out in a room with him must be exhausting. Imagine hanging out in a room with Charlie Sheen. Is there one moment of downtime where you can just sit and go, I just want to watch Apocalypse?
I haven't done drugs in 20 years, and I think every once in a while what it would take to maybe do drugs again.
Hanging out with Charlie.
I've thought about maybe smoking pot again, for real.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, let's say coke. I think it would have to, if Charlie Sheen came in and did an interview with us and then said, "Hey man, I got a suite. You want to come back and hang out,
St.
party?
Regis, want to party a little bit?
Got a bunch of people coming over. I think I would be doing coke with Charlie Sheen.
We'll do lines of blow, and I'll just tell you everything about Major League 3.
Right.
Oh, great.
I think that's a circumstance where I would probably do drugs again.
Charlie Sheen could just get anyone fucked up.
I would just throw it away. Rich Voss is weak. He would be right there.
Jimmy's such a fanboy.
Oh, Jimmy would be weak.
He'd fall off that wagon in a second.
Yeah, Jimmy would be all in.
Imagine
we'll have to ask Jimmy on Monday.
Because there's just like whores running around his place and drugs and shit.
Right.
And it's like, oh, God, I got to do this with this guy.
How
many opportunities are you going to get?
I think that's what it would take.
Guy from Platoon, motherfucker.
I think people do that in their own lives. Think about it. They're like, what would it take for me to really fucking lose my mind again?
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen inviting you to a party? I think you're in trouble.
The only thing that could kill Charlie Sheen is Charlie Sheen. Oh, you know something about death? Why don't you tell me about it?
Charlie's coming out with a YouTube video. Oh, where he cooks a chicken, drinks wine, and plays video games. That sounds familiar.
All right, I might be in my house doing some kooky stuff too.
I didn't think you were drunk during your fine chicken video.
No, I actually hadn't had anything until I just drank my little glass of wine and actually my Guinness.
Yeah, that's a little inside reference, but if you haven't seen it, go to our Facebook page. It's linked, I'm sure, Opie and Anthony.
Oh, yes.
Facebook page. You can see Anthony's chicken video. It's pretty funny.
I cook a chicken in a bag.
You
Enjoy.
Sure do. Are those delicious?
Fucking fantastic.
Because I go old school. I fucking get a chicken. I cut the stupid legs off. Who wants the legs when you want the breast meat?
Oh, really?
You like the legs?
Yeah, I like having them on there. I like having the whole chicken in there.
No, I actually found a place where it's creepy because it's just a lump of chicken.
The body, the torso.
Yeah, it's just like
it looks like a serial killer's gotten to it.
Yeah, it's just like a square. No hint that it actually was living. Because I don't like the legs, and I get more breast meat.
Well, I get also the Purdue roaster breast. It's just a fucking giant chicken breast.
Yeah, that's what that is they just cut all the legs off.
But there's no spine in it or anything either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just take the fucking
out.
breast. Yeah, it's amazing.
How the fuck they do that?
I don't know. It's amazing, like fucking Predator.
No,
They just lean over it and rip it out of his back and go.
It cooks better if the bones are in there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe not in the bag.
And then I do what? Hour and a half at $3.75, I think. But now with this bag shit, what do you do?
Dude, I go for...
Because you didn't really explain it in the video. I watched the video because I really thought I was going to learn about chicken in a bag.
Cooking ain't much of this cooking video.
I was really mad. I'm like, oh, good. I get to see my pal, and then I get to learn about the chicken in the bag.
Anyone that thinks I actually made a cooking video, you're insane. You think Charlie Sheen was fucking sober, too.
Not going to lie to you. It was false advertising.
Yeah, it was false advertising.
I'm a little bummed that I didn't learn about cooking a chicken in a bag.
There's a lot of other stuff going on in there. Little cooking.
It's a little.
Very little cooking going on.
But what? You just throw it in the oven? The spice is already involved?
Everything's in there. It's all spiced and marinating and shit like that. And then you throw it in the bag.
Purdue?
You cut a little slit in the top of the bag. In about an hour and a half.
Right.
You open that fucking thing up. It is the most tender, juicy fucking chicken.
Wow.
I'm stunned.
Wow.
It is crazy.
What about the skin?
This was a skinless. And
Really?
it was still fucking amazing.
Skinless with all the spices?
With all the spices, and it was so fucking good. It's like I'm doing a commercial for that goddamn Purdue.
Yeah.
But it was amazing.
You know what I realized for the first time?
And you could get, by the way, a full chicken in there, too.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try maybe this weekend. Maybe it'll be my Oscar dinner.
Yeah,
I'll have one of these right before the Oscars.
Yeah.
You know when you eat like a dozen chicken wings?
Yeah.
That's 6 chickens.
Yeah, you never realize.
Have you ever really done the math? Because you don't really think about this shit. When I order chicken wings, I'm thinking, oh, this poor chicken. No. No, it's 6 chickens per dozen wings.
And a lot of
I
times
know they're using the rest of the fucking chicken, but but still, you're like, holy shit! It took 6 chickens to get me my delicious wings
to fucking just perish, so I could be sitting there looking up at the TV, sucking the meat out of this fucking thing.
And I bet you at this point they raise chickens just for their fucking legs.
Yeah, just for the legs, and the rest is ground up for like dog food.
Probably,
or something.
I would assume
They give them special leg exercises. They give them a leg press machine.
Yeah, they're not some tribe in the middle of nowhere where they use every piece of the chicken.
No,
you know us fucking Americans.
It's like this one's bred specially just for legs.
Right.
Big, burly, leggy chicken.
And who eats only a dozen chicken wings? So, you know, safe to say 2 dozen is easy. That's 12 chickens.
It's an amazing chicken holocaust going on.
Yeah, you don't want to think about it.
No.
Well, next time you're sitting around eating your wings at one of these wing places, bar/wing places, just start doing the math in your head as they're hauling wings out of the back.
Every 2 you eat, just go 1 chicken.
1 chicken.
2 chicken.
It's a fucking holocaust. And then Frank Perdue's son is a sick fuck because he has these commercials where he treats the chickens like they're pets.
Yeah, until, he lops their heads off.
And he's the main fucking Holocaust guy for the chickens.
Look at those baby chicks and chicken. There's got to be so many chickens in this country.
Do they have brains?
Oh, little pea brains. They don't even know what's going on.
You don't think they know?
Not a clue.
I don't care because I like my chicken. I'm
Chicken
not
is
giving
the
up
shit.
I'm not giving up chicken.
You're dumb animals.
And you know what? I had a dish yesterday made with turkey when it was supposed to be veal. No, I want my veal.
Veal is so good.
It was one of those veal picadas.
Yeah.
But it was turkey. And I'm like, what's missing here? Oh, yeah, the tasty veal.
You want the pink veal.
Yeah, you do.
The white veal, you could pound that shit with a hammer all day. It ain't gonna get tender. Suck my dick. I love that scene.
Let's go back to the Charlie audio from the Alex Jones radio show. Charlie talks about Major League 3. Yeah, we were in the middle of that.
But read it, I don't care. It's being directed and written by a genius named David Ward, who, won the Academy Award at 23 for writing The Sting. And it was his pen that and his vision that created the classic that we know today as Major League. In fact, a lot of people think the movie's called Wild Thing, as they should. Whatever. I agreed to do it. There's one deal point that Jim Robinson, a wonderful man, and Morgan Creek, a great company, need to work out. If they want me in it, it's a smash. If they don't, it's a turd that opens on a tugboat.
Tugboat. A lot of people think it's called Wild Thing.
A bunch of people saying that
they don't.
It would be Major League 4. They've done 3?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, he was in Major League 1 and 2. They came out with a third one, but it wasn't actually called Major League 3. It was called Major League Back to the Minors, but he wasn't in that one.
Oh, okay.
No,
so he's not.
So technically, this would be the 4th Major League movie.
Not technically, Danny. Not in Charlie's mind. In Charlie's mind, they only made 2, sir.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know what's going on in Charlie's mind.
Charlie's mind.
I don't think we can say technically.
Well, whatever.
Because we live in Charlie's
says,
world.
Whatever Charlie wants, Charlie gets.
You're speaking gnarlyisms,
right?
Because there's only been 2 with him in it, and that's all.
That's why Major League 3.
Yeah.
Even though the rest of the world would say no, they kind of made that one already.
Are they doing Platoon 2 Back to Boot Camp?
I think everybody who wants to show support for Charlie Sheen during this whole this trying time in his life should get the Wild Thing haircut shaved into the back of the head.
Something Wild Thing.
That way you could say, hey,
Yeah.
I'm back in Sheen.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here he comes out to the mound. Wild Thing. Whoa, look at what's in that rosin bag. Yeah.
Wild Thing.
Charlie Sheen is fucking off the hizzook.
Charlie talks about attacking people from the Alex Jones radio show yesterday. This audio, obviously, everywhere today.
Yeah.
But, there are parts of me that are Dennis Hopper, because my motto now is you either love or you hate, and you must do so violently. And the reason you must hate violently is because, and you have to hate everybody that's not in your family, because they're there to destroy your family. And they will come at you in all forms and shapes. And therefore, there's nothing in the middle. I don't live in the middle anymore. That's where you get slaughtered. That's where you get embarrassed in front of the prom queen. And it's just not an option. So, within that is.
Have you ever been embarrassed in front of the prom queen?
When I've been in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah. You don't want to be in the middle. You got to hate these people violently.
I wasn't lucky enough to even know the prom queen to be embarrassed in front of her.
Prom queen? I don't know what he's talking about.
You can't follow this?
I don't know what Charlie's talking about. I can't wrap my mind around it. I lose. He wins. Bye-bye.
And it's just not an option. So, within that is tremendous focus and tremendous clarity and tremendous peace, because you have absolute and total resolve about your decisions. If you love with violence and you hate with violence, there's nothing that can be questioned. And people say, you're going to work through your resentments. Yeah, no, I'm going to hang on to them, and they're going to fuel my attack. And they're going to fuel the battle cry of my deadly and dangerous secret and silent soldiers, because they're all around you.
What?
Anyway, thought you were just messing with one dude. Sorry. Winning.
He's crazy. I love this guy.
He's very sure of what he's saying.
Oh, God.
He's very sure of himself.
He's speaking like he's just, like he's up in giving a speech, and everybody's like, yeah.
Right.
Meanwhile, you're listening to this going, what the fuck is Charlie saying?
What is his family saying about this?
I think they initially came out with a statement that they hoped, he would get help, and he's been struggling for years, and blah, blah. But now they're just mum's the word.
They're like, whatever.
Even Martin Sheen's just stopped.
Right.
That's it.
Almost done here. Charlie goes in on AA. What does that mean? Charlie?
He goes, he starts.
Yeah, he goes
bashing
at.
AA,
Right.
You wanted to talk about AA because, when I was at your house, I said, man, great job being completely sober and, how important it was.
But I can't use the word sober because that's a term from those people, and I have cleansed myself. I closed my eyes, and in a nanosecond, I cured myself from the.
Come on.
Turd.
You haven't in a nanosecond.
Wow.
And he can't use the word sober because it's not sober.
Right.
I have cleansed myself. I closed my eyes, and in a nanosecond, I cured myself from this ridiculous model of disease and addiction and obsession. It's just the work of sissies. The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning. This bootleg cult, arrogantly referred to as Alcoholics Anonymous, Alex supports a 5% success rate. My success rate is 100%. Do the math.
Do the math. His success rate is 100%. In a nanosecond.
In a nanosecond, he cures himself.
He is so awesome.
What is the success rate of AA?
I think it is around 5%.
No, I think it has to be higher.
I think it's pretty low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Danny's looking it up. Maybe
maybe the first time.
I'm going to guess it's closer to 10. I'm going to go 10.
Really?
Yeah. But then depending on what?
Rate of recovery is around 3 to 5%.
Wow, you nailed it, Ann. Holy shit. Really?
Yeah, it's
that's a rough one.
Yeah.
What about the people that stay sober for like 10 years? That number's a lot higher. And then they say,
maybe. Survey after 12 years.
Wow.
I'm not sure.
Well, that fucking sucks.
That just, yeah. And Charlie Sheen ain't fucking falling for that.
I think it's tough because it's it's around you. It's everywhere.
He's 100% though, dude.
He's 100%.
He's 100%.
Well, he cures himself in a nanosecond.
Nanosecond.
Just closes his eyes.
He cleansed his whole
opens
fucking
them
being.
up, and guess what? He's cured.
He's cured.
Take, for instance, its founder, a desperate and, I don't know, broken-down plagiarist, stayed high on acid until the day he died. I can't seem to find that chapter in his silly book of lies. And then, Alex, try to get your mind around this as a fellow warrior deep in the trenches. Their entire manifesto is built upon complete and total surrender, or the concept of complete and total surrender. They urge you to put down your sword and come join the winners. In 22 years, the only winners I could locate in their toothless warren were either driving a convertible van or living like trolls under some abandoned bridge. Another one of their stupid mottos, Alex, is don't be special, be one of us. Newsflash, I am special, and I will never be one of you. There it is.
You sound like Thomas Jefferson.
Well, I'm not Thomas Jefferson. He was a pussy.
That's the T-shirt.
Thomas Jefferson was a pussy.
That's the T-shirt.
That's it.
That we all
Jeans,
need.
Thomas Jefferson.
How do we start
was a
printing
pussy.
those immediately? Throw a little O&A logo on it.
This guy
Said
is
by
gold.
Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
We're going to make a fortune off the Thomas Jefferson is a pussy T-shirts. Coming soon to the Opie and Anthony.
A pussy.
That statement right there is going to piss off a lot of fucking people.
Why?
The AA people are not going to forget that.
No, the AA people are just going to... Well, they're probably going
The AA
to say
people
he needs help.
They're intense.
But I bet they say
they're
something
intense.
like he needs help, and
Yeah,
we hope the best for him.
But
they're
you
going
got-
to take the high road.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
No.
Not some of the toothless trolls that live under the bridges.
No, that's going to come back to haunt him.
It's
Mark my word on that one.
It really is. He is awesome.
He is awesome.
I can't. His gnarlyisms.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with any of this.
No.
It makes for great radio.
Here's a guy living
I don't
his
know
life.
The guy.
Who cares? Who cares?
And he knows who he is, I guess. I don't know.
Grabbing the bull by the balls.
Charlie is a winner. One more clip here, and then we got a bonus clip that we weren't going to play, but then me and Ed both decided it was our favorite clip.
Yes.
Debate me on AA right now. I have a disease? Bullshit. I cured it with my brain, with my mind. I'm cured. I'm done. Well, we all have to sit in here and touch ourselves and frown. Well, you don't look like you're having a lot of fun. I'm going to hang out with these two smoking hotties and fly privately around the world. It might be lonely up here, but I sure like the view, Alex.
Come on.
Well, not everyone can hang out with banging bitches.
That's what he's talking about.
And flying in a private jet.
That's exactly what
That's
he's
what
saying.
makes it tougher to get sober.
But that's exactly
Because
what he's
logically,
saying.
that doesn't make sense to give all that up.
But he can do it because he's awesome.
Right.
So he's the one that can do that, cure himself in a nanosecond, winging with smoking babes.
Right.
All over the place, private jets. He's Superman.
We're designing our Thomas Jefferson is a pussy T-shirt. Look at this.
Yeah, come on.
We're doing it right now on the fly.
Of course. That is so fucking good. Oh, the computer is always giving...
They're calling it a radio rant. I would love to know what the... Well, let's see.
Al Pacino in Scarface, literally, like you need the bad man to feel good about yourself. That's the theme I think he was going with. Anyway, his boss, the people he works for, CBS, they are shutting down his show for the rest of the season, 2.5 Men.
A big rally expected in New Jersey.
You know what, though? If they shut that shit down
You know what?
and then start it up again, the ratings will be huge.
Of course, but he's crossed the line as far as they're concerned, not how we're concerned.
But the cha-ching factor...
I know the amount of money they're going to lose shutting down that show.
But the amount of money they'd make with that... When they come back, who isn't watching the premiere episode?
But how do they come back with him now?
They just put him back.
You think? Again?
The guy...
I think he's gone too far in their eyes now.
But here's the deal. The guy fucking... But he was there to tape every show.
Right.
He apparently did a good job.
Yeah, you didn't really notice when you were...
No.
You noticed that he looked a little
gaunt, perhaps.
gaunt at times, but...
But it's...
Well, the Alex Jones rant by Charlie Sheen... Wait, the Alex Jones... Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Charlie Sheen on Alex Jones. The whole rant ended with him talking about Jaws.
Yeah, talking about Jaws.
And this is my favorite part because I was listening to this a few times last night. I really try to wrap my my head around this minute of audio.
Right.
I really did. I tried to put myself in Charlie's position, and I just didn't get it.
I got it.
You did in a way?
Yeah, I knew what he was talking about. Like, logistically, I knew what he was talking about.
I understood logistically, but
spiritually, I wasn't quite grabbing him.
Yeah. It was like, well, okay.
Yeah.
But he thought it was the greatest thing ever.
At the time, it probably was. He probably had a girl sucking his dick.
All right,
one
good point.
sucking his tongue in his balls.
Good point.
And he's watching that, going, "This is great. Of course, it's great."
Doing lines off another girl's boobs.
Oh yeah.
All right, you know what?
Listening to the fucking Indianapolis speech.
You're right.
It's the best time in the world.
Jaws. Let's start talking about Jaws, how great that was. You thought to, a few days ago, go out on the Pacific Ocean in a big yacht while watching Jaws, and you said the horizon matched the television perfectly.
It was incredible. If you haven't done this, I urge you to make plans and do this tonight.
Meaning, go get yourself a yacht.
Get yourself a fucking pleasure craft. Right. Take it out into the ocean where you can't really see the horizon of the land. That'll ruin it.
Right.
Get a TV. A big TV, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Mount it by the giant bank of windows in your huge boat. It can't just be a little porthole.
Yeah, this is what Charlie's telling us all to do.
Yeah, you got to mount it so it's there. And then...
I don't know about you, but I've never been on a boat where I wasn't seasick.
Yeah.
Because it's just too small to really deal with the waves out there.
And then make sure the giant flat screen TV, the horizon of the movie lines up with the actual horizon of the sea behind you, and it's almost like
and you got it
playing Dark Side of the Moon and then fucking clicking on
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
Well, do you got to like make sure that the time of day you're out there matches up?
Probably
got to
match,
too?
like just around
How
sundown.
do you do that?
Just around sundown,
and then you got to have the right angle, right? You got to kind of move the boat around until
until it lines everything
complicated.
Lines up. But it's Charlie Sheen.
And do this tonight. What I wanted to do is I wanted to watch Jaws on the ocean in the dark and be afraid. I wanted to embrace the fear and relive the movie. What I didn't count on was it basically turned into to Star Tours. It turned into 4D because there were moments during the Indianapolis speech, which is about looking fear right down the barrel, which nobody understands anymore, where their horizon matched ours. We were basically in the Orca listening to the speech. This is me not on drugs, bro. As I said, the first one's free, the next one goes in your mouth. So it was an incredible experience, and I felt, I of course took full credit, but I had no idea that the fourth dimensional aspect of it would occur, and it occurred in such a magical sense that we all just sat there in awe, and with our jaws open.
See, you lost me. He kind of lost me.
I get it logistically.
Right.
I get the setup. I get mechanically how this works.
Right.
But the thought that he was in awe and this fourth dimension, that I wasn't quite getting.
No.
Good
job, Pete in Jersey. Charlie's the new Jan Michael Vincent.
Oh, wow.
Remember when Jan Michael Vincent started losing his mind?
When he lost his shit.
He had some good shit that came out.
Yep.
So that audio made the rounds. Congratulations to Alex Jones, a fellow broadcaster that certainly has been on our show a few times.
What a scoop.
It's a big scoop for him. And within hours, CBS said, fuck that, we're shutting down 2.5 Men. They shut down production for the season, citing Charlie Sheen's conduct.
Yeah.
They finally had it. So then Sheen goes, oh, really? So he reacted by posting something to TMZ, saying, in part, I gracefully ignored series creator Chuck Lorre's folly for 177 shows.
Yeah.
I fire back once, and this contaminated little maggot can't handle my power. I urge all my beautiful and loyal fans who embrace this show, to walk with me side by side as we march up the steps of justice to right this unconscionable wrong. Okay, yeah, this unconscionable wrong.
What the fuck is he saying? Walking side by side up the justice? It was great. I had a stripper. She was treating my dick like the shark treated the Kittner boy.
Right.
It was the fourth dimension.
But the straw that broke CBS collective back may have come with comments Sheen made to TMZ when the entertainment news site asked him to follow up on his radio interview. I violently hate Chuck Lorre. He's a stupid little man and a pussy punk that I never want to be like, Sheen said. You could tell him one thing, I own him.
Well,
there you go. There you go.
Amazing.
So,
Charlie fucking Sheen.
Right.
That's what I'm calling him from now on.
Let's do a little good luck, bro, to Charlie Sheen today.
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro.
Good luck, bro. Danny's designing his shirt.
And Danny almost is done with the Thomas Jefferson as a pussy fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
We're going to go with the nice portrait, huh?
Portrait, the famous portrait of Thomas Jefferson.
Nice.
That I think you find on a nickel.
Yeah, I like it.
And a $2 bill. I believe he's on that one.
I thought we had the greatest audio yesterday, but man, were we trumped by Alex Jones.
Oh, my God. Weren't we? Come on.
We were fucking trumped by Alex Jones.
It happens.
The Louis C.K. Are You a Lizard? Donald Rumsfeld thing.
Donald Rumsfeld.
Take it off.
Calling Rummy a lizard.
We posted a video. I think is that on Facebook too? The link to Louis C.K.'s. Oh, it is up there. All right, you go to Opie and Anthony on Facebook. You could see about 17 minutes of our interview with Donald Rumsfeld, including, of course, Louis C.K. asking him if he was a lizard.
Someone's suggesting here also that I'm an F-18 bro is a great shirt. I'm an F-18 bro.
Very rudimentary.
We might have to come up. We might have to come out with a couple of them.
It's very rudimentary. I don't have Photoshop on this machine. So
rudimentary.
Rudimentary.
That's good though.
I'll come up with something better later.
I like the Thomas Jefferson was a pussy T-shirt.
Yep.
I'm an F-18 is a good one too.
I'm an F-18 bro.
I'm an F-18 bro.
So then we got to get like graphics and stuff.
Yeah. Make it look all fucking badass.
Some swooshing fighter plane.
Nice.
Magically converting your tin
I just want to see how
pure gold.
I want to see how the news
and
handles
the gratitude I get in this is this charlatan chose not to do his job, which is to write. Clearly someone who believes he is above the law. Well, you've been warned, dude. Bring it.
Now, there's one theory that Sheen actually wanted out of that show, and it kind of may make sense. This is a letter he sent to TMZ reacting to the decision to cancel filming. This is, you kind of mentioned this earlier, Greg, quote, I fire back once, and this contaminated little maggot can't handle my power and can't handle the truth. I wish him nothing but pain in his silly travels, especially if they wind up in my octagon. Clearly, I have defeated this earthworm with my words, unquote. Now, it's unclear when or if the show is going to begin filming again next year. Rosanna, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Ty. Well, the woman charged with...
That's hysterical.
That show's not coming back. That's not coming back.
No.
It's calling him an earthworm.
I think
he made a lot of money off that show. Holy crap.
He
a lot of money.
He F-18'd that bridge right there.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't burn it. He fucking carpet bombed it.
He took it out with his F-18, bro.
His F-18. Bridge gone.
All right, well, there you go. That's the big story today.
That's great.
We got Patrice coming back today. Patrice O'Neal.
Yes.
Becoming a fan favorite.
Love Patrice.
He'll be in, and Pat Cooper today. Wow.
Pat Cooper!
So between Patrice O'Neal and Pat Cooper, I guess we don't have to talk the second half of the show today.
We can save our voices.
Just sit back and watch.
Thank God.
Pat Cooper is a bit wordy at times.
Oh, boy.
We figured that would be a good mix today. Patrice O'Neal and Pat Cooper.
Yeah. We're going to torture you.
Is that what we're telling the people?
Yes.
All right. We'll take our first break.
Robin.